going to give you a live look over downtown Indianapolis on this Friday morning here at 6 o'clock. Thanks for waking up with us. We were chilly yesterday. You just need to grab the jacket, and we had beautiful sunshine. So do not forget the sunglasses this morning.
Yes, so that was a really nice treat yesterday to have all of that sun, but we're going to get even a little bit warmer today, Lindsay.
Yeah, and we're going to continue that warming trend right on through the weekend. Hey. Yes, and the exception out there this morning could see a little patchy frost, but once we get through this morning, we are going to be much warmer and frost-free for that extended forecast. Right now it's 42 here in Indy, which is the warm spot, which is typical here in the urban heat island. But just outside the city, we are headed into that frost zone, which is really anything 37 degrees or below. Could see some patchy frost over in Richmond right now, currently sitting at 36. Same deal down in Shelbyville, and it's just 35 right now in Bloomington. So a little cooler as expected in these outlying locations, but comparing those temperatures to where we were 24 hours ago, everybody is up across the board. Even though it's just 5 degrees in Indy, we're up by about 4 degrees in Muncie. That will put us on track to have an overall more mild day. Mostly sunny skies as temperatures recover back through the 50s this morning, and we are headed back to 68 for a forecast high later today in Indy. Highs today will range from about 66 in Richmond, the cool spot, to 70 over in Terre Haute, and from here on out only trending upward. Check it out. After today's frosty morning, we'll be more seasonal and back in the 70s. That starts this weekend. Now, as far as rain chances go, also going to be limited. Looks like we keep things relatively dry in the extended forecast, with one exception. We'll talk about that rain opportunity in your 7-day forecast. But first, need to get you out to the traffic center this morning. We are relatively quiet, which is great news as we get our Friday underway. But I wanted to show you what it looks like down on the south side. Haven't visited this part of the city in a while. This is that new ramp here at 69 off of I-465. Do note that down at Harding Street, they're still doing repair work on those on and off ramps on all of the ramps on the west side of Harding Street. So that could cause a little bit of a delay as folks are trying to work their way around that construction zone. Otherwise, everything is open and looking pretty good there on the south side of the city. Now, again, a reminder of near downtown 65 southbound as you approach West Street. That's where that stretch of 65 is blocked. So this is what it looks like right now at 21st Street. So just north of West Street, where travel lanes all get condensed down to one lane. That's where all traffic is being routed off of the interstate for that construction zone. This part of the interstate typically does get backed up, but it looks pretty good right now. And just a reminder, you can get out of the city utilizing that Delaware Street ramp to I-70 eastbound.
Well, a trial more than 7.5 years in the making finally starts this morning in Delphi.
In just 3 hours, Richard Allen, the man charged in the 2017 deaths of Abby Williams and Libby German, will face a jury for the first day of his trial.
Let's get out to Samantha Johnson, who is live in Carroll County this morning with a look at what we can now expect now that day one is finally here. Good morning, Sam.
Good morning to you. That's right. It is here. And we knew this case was going to draw big crowds, a lot of attention. And early on a Friday morning, it has. I can tell you there are a couple dozen people lined up outside the Carroll County Courthouse to make sure they can get inside for day one of this trial. We did get a sneak peek of what that courtroom will look like later this morning when the trial gets underway. I can tell you there will be 72 seats in all inside that courtroom. 30 of them will be reserved for family. So 10 for Abby's family, 10 for Libby's family, and 10 for Richard Allen's family. Then 12 seats will be reserved for the media, and our Bob Siegel will be one of those seats. That leaves about 30 seats for the public, and that is first come, first serve, and that's why we're seeing such a big line here early on a Friday morning. Now, the special judge in this case, Frances Gold, tells us she plans on holding court 6 days a week and on Election Day. It all gets started later this morning at 9 o'clock with opening statements inside the courtroom. We can also tell you this morning, as we've known, as we've reported for several weeks now, there will be no cameras allowed inside the courtroom, so there's no real good way to watch this trial per se, but we'll be back with another live update for you today on 13 News at noon.
Now, Sam, I know you have covered many of these hearings leading up to this point, and you were in Delphi all day yesterday. Can you explain what the mood is of the people who live there, and what are you hearing?
Yeah, we talked to several folks yesterday who just say they hope this brings some peace and some healing to this community, especially in the weeks to come. And yesterday, we actually went back out to the Monon High Bridge Trail, the last place the girls were seen. It looks a little different now than it did back in 2017, so we'll show you some of that video coming up at 6:30.
All right, Samantha, thank you. We'll check in with you soon. We want to remind you that you can take a closer look at this case by watching our Delphi Murders special right now on WTHR+. It's free to download that app. You can find it on Apple TV. You can watch on Amazon Fire Stick, or if you have Roku, you can watch there as well. Well, at 6:05 this morning, police say that they have made an arrest in the hit-and-run death of a 14-year-old just 1 week ago.
The teen's family and friends say they are shocked to hear they not only know the suspect, but he attended the victim's funeral. CEO New Yorker joins us from downtown with the shocking twist just discovered. Good morning.
Good morning, Julia. Good morning, Jaleel. Roberto Willie Rivera's loved ones say that they are shocked and they are heartbroken to know that it was someone known to their family. Now take a look. 1 week ago today, it's been 1 week since that 14-year-old was riding his bike on Cumberland Road when a car hit and killed him. Police say the driver that left the scene is Joshua Rain, and now he's been charged. Court documents say Rain told police he thought he hit a deer, and when he started seeing news alerts that he went to police. Thursday evening, Rivera's loved ones held a balloon release for him on North Cumberland Road. They tell 13 News they are torn about this situation. Willie was taken too soon.
It's hard, but we're maintaining.
And we're a strong family.
Fighting a good fight for Willie. We have to figure out how to move forward.
Now, Joshua Rain has been charged with 1 count of leaving the scene of an accident resulting in death. He expressed remorse to detectives and said that if he'd known that he hit Rivera, he would have stopped. Now, coming up on Sunrise at 6:30, hear what kind of justice the family would like to see. Ladies?
All right, Zia, thank you.
Well, new this morning, investigators are looking into what started an early morning fire around 3 o'clock this morning. This is a home on Hendricks Place, just north of Washington Street.
We can tell you 5 adults and 2 children were in that home, but thankfully they were able to get out. The Red Cross was on the scene shortly after to help them with some resources. Again, no one was hurt, but investigators are looking into what started this fire.
And this morning, Metro Police are also trying to figure out who shot and killed a man on the north side of Indianapolis.
The shooting was yesterday afternoon near 29th and MLK. That's where police say they found that man dead in an alley. Now police are talking with witnesses to help them piece together what happened here.
And we now know the name of the woman shot and killed outside of a hotel on Indy's southwest side we told you about yesterday. Investigators now confirm 23-year-old Chastity Hahn died in that shooting near Lyndhurst and Sam Jones Expressway. Police tell us they did release a person of interest in this case. Jury selection is now complete for the man charged with killing most of his family in 2021.
Raymond Childs III is charged with 6 counts of murder. Police say that he shot and killed his parents, his sister, his brother, his brother's girlfriend, and her unborn baby boy. There was a mistrial in that case in July after something that was said during witness testimony. So opening statements in this new trial are expected to happen Monday.
Well, the Indiana Court of Appeals has now rejected the appeal of a man convicted of a triple murder in Lebanon. Chad Grimble is serving a 195-year prison sentence for killing Grace Bishop, Brandon Martin, and Larry Stogsdill Jr. in 2021. Grimble claims the court violated his rights to a speedy trial and counsel. The ruling, though, indicates the court acted properly in the trial, and many of the delays, they say, in fact, were due to Grimble's own actions.
Your time is 6:09. Progress is being made on that Henry Street Bridge project in Indianapolis, and now we're getting our first look at something really cool that was uncovered at the site. So city leaders tell us that they found railroad tracks there, and they're actually part of the first electric railroad in the U.S. So local historians got to see this for the first time yesterday. There has been a push to protect the history at this project site, which is also the home to the former Green Lawn Cemetery. That was a final resting place for some of our city's first settlers, including some prominent African Americans.
But some of them include Morrison Great House. Morrison Great House was the great-great-grandfather of Muhammad Ali. John Britton. John Britton was the first Grand Master of the Prince Hall Lodge of Masons here in Indianapolis.
That is a local historian, but Indy DPW says that they will keep working with archaeologists during the excavation phase. That's expected to last through spring of next year, and then that new bridge is set to be complete by 2026.
Well, a group that was actually created to make Indianapolis streets safer for pedestrian and cyclists will be meeting next week. The Vision Zero task was established last week with the goal of eliminating all pedestrian and cyclist deaths by the year of 2035. They now plan to meet next Wednesday, present an overview of the Vision Zero concept and talk about the next steps they plan to take.
Both Vice President Harris and former President Trump are getting their message out across several battleground states. What both are sharing this morning ahead of a very important stop today in Michigan.
And providing more help to thousands who have massive student loan debt. We'll give you a look at how much debt is now being forgiven by the Biden administration.
And it is 6:10, and we're talking about temperatures on the upward trend. One more chance we could see a little bit of frost out there this morning, but this area of high pressure will keep our sky clear, and warmer temperatures going to be headed in our direction starting today in the upper 60s and eventually this weekend. We're looking at highs in the 70s. More on that warming trend in your full forecast.
And a reminder, time's running out for you to donate to our annual Coats for Kids drive.
We partner with the Salvation Army every year, making sure that kids in Central Indiana have a warm coat. So you can donate one, a new one or a gently used one at any Classic Cleaners location. You can also donate money online and we'll do the shopping. Go to WTHR.com/coats. It is 6:11 and Sunrise will be right back.